K-pop stars and Korean actors are increasingly making their way to overseas markets. And today, to tell us more about what's been happening in the entertainment world this week, we have Denny Hong joining us in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You're right. So we do have a lot of different news topics to get to for today. We actually have a Korean rock band YB. They have been featured as on the front page of a UK-based web magazine, which is actually a first. And we also have several different Korean, not only Hallyu actors, but also singers, which is making a lot of headway in China. So let's take a closer look at some of these headlines. Rock band YB makes it to the main page of Kering, a UK-based magazine devoted to rock music, with its new acoustic song and video for Cigarette Girl, after receiving strong reviews from critics.
And exclusive, too.
Actor Park Hae-jin has been cast for the Chinese drama Men 2, which will air next year earlier on. His popularity skyrocketed thanks to the Korean drama My Love from the Stars, so a lot of Chinese fans have high hopes for his new role. Boy band Beast is set to make a comeback with a new album in May, and this comes about 10 months after releasing its previous song, Shadow. The group has said that all members will focus on performing in Korea, which is some good news for fans in the country. Miss A's Phase, 2PM's Chansung, and Nichkhun are set to appear on a new Chinese dating reality show, If You Love. They are said to be starring with Chinese actresses Li Yan, Zhang Li, and Sunny Wang.
So lots of news on the entertainment industry. However, let's talk about this girl group that some people love to love and love to hate. Others, SJ Lee, for one, loves to love. You love them,
I
too.
love them. I love to love them. And you had a reunion with them.
I did. Crayon Pop, when it comes to this group, it's been such a joy to follow them and see how their path has gone, because when we first met them about a year and a half ago, maybe a little over a year and a half ago, actually, they were just debuting. No one really knew who they were. They were actually performing.
You put them on the map.
No, I'm not going to take any credit for that.
It might have been like one of the very first interviews that you conducted with them.
I think it might have been one of the first interviews I did for them, but also, like, when it comes to their performances, they were going on the street performing in tracksuits, and it was actually a very interesting trend for them to kind of start, and I was really glad they made it. So let's take a look at their new song, as well as, I guess, our follow-up interview with Crayon Pop. We are here outside the recording studio and the dance studio where Crayon Pop rehearses for their upcoming tours. And so we're going to go inside and meet the girl group once again. Follow me.
The ba-ba-ba we're hearing, right?
That's the one that really shot them to stardom.
It's a catchy song.
Wow, look at them. What a warm welcome. You're a star.
After releasing their mini album Oi, Crayon Pop made it into the top ranks of the music charts, topping 1 million views on YouTube with their music video just within 1 day of their release. Can you please say hello to our Korea Today listeners?
코리아 투데이 시청자 여러분, 돌격! 안녕하세요, 크레용팝입니다.
Can you tell us about your new song and title track Oi and about the album itself?
저희 신곡 어이는요, 빠른 템포와 리듬으로 굉장히 흥겹고 재밌는 안무가 포인트이고요. 희망적인 가사를 담고 있습니다.
Some of our viewers are going, so that's what they look like without those helmets.
You can't leave out the choreography when it comes to the quintet, with the group making a name for itself with their now famous straight 5-engine dance and other whimsical moves. Oi is no exception.
So easy to follow.
But they have this tackiness down so perfect. They have the characters.
누구나 쉽게 따라할 수 있는 춤이거든요. 닭다리 춤이라고 한번 보여드릴게요. 네. 너 하면서 고개를 이렇게 좌우로 흔들어 주시면 돼요.
What is it? 닭싸움 or chicken fight?
Okay, let's try this.
Oh, you're doing it.
It's a little embarrassing.
No, you all look great.
네. 다 하셨어.
해야죠, Another point of interest is the group's outfits. They may have lost their helmet look from last year, but their new outfit for this song is again trending with their fans.
여름이다 보니까 어르신분들이 많이 즐겨 입으시는 모시옷을 입으면 무대에서 저희도 땀을 많이 냈을 때 통풍도 잘 되고 무대의 옷으로 적합하다고 생각을 해서 모시옷을 선택하게 됐고요. 그리고 추울 때나 더울 때나 옛날 어르신분들이 두건을 착용을 하셨대요. 그래서 그걸 모티브 삼아서 저희 양말과 깔맞춤을 해서 이렇게 두건을 착용하게 되었고요. 또 고무신도 어르신분들이 즐겨서 편하게 신으시잖아요. 한국 전통의 미를 살리자고 생각을 했습니다.
No.
What are they
I'm too
suggesting?
big. My head's too big.
보셨으면 어떻게 한번 싸워봐야죠.
근데 안 들어갈 것 같아요.
한번
진짜
True, I have a big sized head.
You're a tall guy. You got it on there. Oh, wow.
They couldn't tie it though. My neck is
That's your hair.
You
Your
look like
hair.
you look like an 아줌마.
잘 어울리세요.
I don't think I've ever seen you this flustered before.
Well, despite going against the sexy girl group trend, they still have a large fan base, including some slightly older male fans, some of whom have actually put on a special art exhibition for the group.
하루하루 이제 생활하시면서 이제 좀 지치시거나 이제 무기력해질 때 저희를 보면 좀 힘이 난대요. 저희가 또 귀엽거든요. 네, 그래서 또 그 귀여움도 또 많이 사랑해 주시는 것 같은데.
Is there a specifically memorable older fan that you have, like one of those uncle fans that you like to talk about?
특별하게 특별한 복장으로 응원을 해주셔가지고 모두가 다 기억에 남고 다른 가수에 비해서 저희는 좀 든든한 삼촌 팬분들이 많다는 게 참 좋은 것 같아요.
And it's because of this unconventional style, the group has been invited to perform as the opening act at Lady Gaga's North American tour. Crayon Pop will embark on that tour come June.
레이디 가가 분께서 저희 뮤직비디오 빠빠빠를 보시고 저희를 먼저 선택을 하셨어요. 그리고 저희 회사로 연락이 오셨는데 기분 너무 좋았죠. 정말 실감도 안 났고 제가 예전에 뭐 인터뷰에서 레이디 가가 분이랑 합동 공연을 하고 싶다고 얘기한 적 있었는데 그게 현실로 일어나가지고 너무 신기했어요. 너무 서프라이즈했어요. 네.
Can you tell us what you have planned for your new album here in Korea, as well as promoting it both locally and as well as internationally?
당분간 한국에서 어이 활동하면서 지낼 것 같고요. 그다음에 또 5월부터는 해외 활동이랑 국내 활동 병행하면서 할 것 같고 이제 또 미국에 가서도 열심히 하고 있습니다. 화이팅!
And last but not least, can you actually say something to all of our Korea Today listeners out there too?
코리아 투데이 시청자 여러분, 저희 크레용팝이 신곡 어이로 컴백을 했습니다. 네, 많은 관심과 사랑 부탁드리고요. 항상 건강하시고 행복하세요. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
So where is that bandana of yours, the yellow bandana?
Well, I couldn't take it. No, they need that as part of their own outfit, actually.
You've become a Samchon fan,
Yes,
it looks like
I guess.
yourself.
I guess I'm part of
do you
that
think is
fan
really the
base.
charm of Crayon Pop?
Well, if you look at, I think, their music, and Young was kind of alluding to that a little earlier too, they have a very set style that I don't really think other people can kind of copy, because if they do now, I think people are going, oh, they're trying to do something similar to Crayon Pop now, so they've actually kind of benchmarked that for themselves here in the country. And I think because they're unashamed of, I guess, that kind of song and the quirky dance moves, that's kind of got them a lot of fan loyalty too. And so the dance moves are easy to follow for almost anyone.
And this one looks a bit complex. It's a whole series.
It is.
There
Why
are
try that
some
tactic?
complicated moves.
Since you said it looked easy to follow, so why don't you give it a go?
But I have to stand up. I'll just do my
Do
head.
do it again. Do it again. It's so cute the way you did it. See, I can't do it, but anyway.
When it comes to, of course, what their plans are in the future. Obviously, when it comes to their song Oi, it was released not too long ago. 1 million views. By the time we did the interview, actually, it was at the 2 million view mark. And so, they've been rising very quickly, especially when it comes to their previous song from last year, Pa Pa Pa. That also 2 million views. And it also featured them not only on Billboard, but also on the Wall Street Journal, as well as other media outlets in the U.S. as well as overseas. And so from that fan base, they expanded. They went to Hong Kong. They had a fan meeting there recently. 1,000 some odd fans showed up, and so yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're coming out with next, and I'm just happy to see
You
their
have this
success.
very brotherly one. Very proud.
invested
I
in
missed them
things,
when they
though.
were struggling and not really well known, and all of a
Exactly.
sudden they return as superstars and they give him this grand old welcome. Obviously,
Fatherly
he's gonna have
look.
that.
He's a very proud father
I
now.
know. I'm a very proud uncle. Let's
But
just
he
say
didn't
that.
teach him a thing. That's okay. So in the last part of the interview, one of the girls, they mentioned that they have some overseas activities that are planned. So what's in the future for them?
Well, for the next coming months, actually, because in June they have to go overseas for their tour with Lady Gaga. But for right now, April and May, they have Korea, Hong Kong, the Philippines, Taiwan, and Thailand. So they're going to be performing their song "All You There," as well as a couple of their older songs too. And then in June, they have to go for the U.S. and Canadian tour with Lady Gaga as the opening act. So it's 13 cities and 12.
Wow.
It's
So much
12
trips.
cities
That's a
and
lot.
13 shows, the last one being over in LA at the Staples Center. So it's actually going to be...
Staples Center.
Yeah, it's going to be huge, right? So
Wow.
while they're also doing that, of course, they'll be making their appearances on local media. So I'm sure when that time comes around in June, we'll have some updates for you guys then too.
All right, I'm impressed.
So am I.
Another uncle fan right here. Thank you, Denny.
No problem.